Welcome to aminacademy.com. In astronomy, let us discuss about ages and composition of meteoroids. It was not until the ages of meteoroids were measured and their composition analyzed in detail that scientists appreciated their true significance. The meteoroids include the oldest and most primitive materials available for direct study in the laboratory. The ages of stony meteoroids can be determined from the careful measurement of radioactive isotopes and their decay products. Almost all meteoroids have radioactive ages between 4.5 and 4.56 billion years, as old as any ages we have measured in the solar system. The few younger exemptions are igneous rocks that have been ejected from cratering events on the Moon or Mars and have made their way to Earth. The average age for the most primitive meteorites calculated using the most accurate values now available for radioactive half-lives is 4.56 billion years with an uncertainty of less than zero point zero 0.01 billion years. This value, which we round off to 4.5 billion years in this book, in these studies, is taken to represent the age of the solar system, the time since the first solids condensed and began to form into larger bodies. The traditional classification of meteorites into iron stones and stony irons is easy to use because it is obvious from inspection which categories a meteorite falls into. More significant, however, is the distinction between primitive and differentiated meteorites. The most primitive meteorites. For information on the earliest history of the solar system, the turn to the primitive meteorites, those made of materials that have not been subjected to great heat or pressure since their formation. The great majority of the meteorites that reach Earth are primitive stones. Many of them are composed of light colored gray silicates with some metallic grains mixed it, but where there is also an important group of darker stones called carbonaceous meteorites. Now, now let us discuss further details about composition of meteorites. Meteorites generally date back to the formation of the solar system with the oldest particles found within them, such as calcium, aluminum rich inclusions from carbonaceous chondrites, reaching 4.56 billion years old. Meteorites are primarily classified by their composition into iron, stone, and stony iron types, with about 86% being chondrites, which are named for their silicate mineral rich round particles called chondrules. Age. Most meteoroids, especially those originating from the asteroid belt, are approximately 4.5 billion years old, reflecting the early history of the solar system. The oldest known particle with the meteoroids refractory inclusions are around 4.567 billion years old. While the overall age is consistent, chondrules within meteorites are thought to have formed over an extended period from 1 million to potentially 10 million years after the refractory inclusions. Compositions. Meteorites are composed of various materials, with the main classification being iron, stone, and ironstone. Chondrites are the most common type of meteorites, around 86%, and contain chondrules, which are small, rounded particles primarily made of silicate minerals. Some chondrites also contain organic matter like amino acids. Chondrites, the most common types of stony meteorites, are among the oldest known materials in the solar system, formed around 4.56 billion years or so ago during the birth of the solar system, and are primarily composed of iron, magnesium, silicon, and oxygen, with chondrules being their most abundant constituents. Iron meteorites are largely composed of iron and nickel, with a trace amount of other siderophile elements. Iron meteoroids, remnants of the metallic cores of ancient planetesimals, are primarily composed of an iron nickel alloy and are generally among the oldest meteorites, with their parent bodies forming within the first few million years of solar system history. Their age can extend up to about 2 billion years based on exposure ages, though their formation ages are around 4.5 billion years. Composition: stony iron meteoroids represents a mix of iron and silicate materials. Meteoroids that originate from the Moon or Mars have varying ages but are generally still very old, with Moon meteoroids ranging from 4.5 to 2.9 billion years and Mars meteoroids from 4.5 billion to 200 million years old. So far, we discussed about the age and composition of meteoroids. If you have done, please subscribe our YouTube channel.